Hi, Christopher here, creator of the Basil Bottle. And in this video, I want to walk you through setting up your kit. Now, if you have version 1 of the kit, you're going to want to actually watch the video below this. The setup is going to be a little bit different. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our self-watering rope and we're going to soak that in water. So we're just going to drop that in there just like that. And we're going to set that aside for a few moments. So the next thing we want to do is we want to prepare and fill our bottle. So you want to make sure the bottle is nice and clean and then fill it up to the neck with water. Filtered water, bottled water, or distilled water works best. You want to avoid tap water because it often contains chlorine and chloramine, and that's going to mess up the microbiology that's going to go inside the bottle. So we filled ours up to the neck. So next we're going to add our nutrients to the bottle. And at this point you want to use about a quarter of what's in this container. If you add a little bit more or a little bit less, that's okay. So I'm going to unscrew this, take our bottle, add our nutrients. There we go. And we're going to save the rest of this for later. As the plant grows, we're going to slowly add more nutrients to it. Next, we want to take our bottle and just give it a good shake, just to mix up those nutrients in there very well. Next, we're going to take our self-watering rope and we're going to take that out of the water and just kind of squeeze a little bit of the excess water off. And now we'll take our refill straws, our root cork, and our self-watering rope, and we're going to set them on opposite sides of the root cork. And we want to keep everything at about the same level. So we're going to take those, we're going to take our bottle, and we're just going to drop everything in like this. It's going to get a little tight here. Just go ahead and squeeze down. Go from this side, we're just going to squeeze down, squeeze down. Now we want to leave about 1/4 inch of the root cork showing. Right now I'm a little bit taller than that, so I'm just going to go ahead and press it down a little bit more. Voila. Next we're going to take our root cork cover, we're going to unfold it, and you can use either side. We're going to place it on top and then just kind of slowly press it down. At this point you want to avoid pressing down on top so you don't tear the foil. So we're going to do that, give it a nice little squeeze everywhere. And at this point it is best to put a layer of tape around here just to hold it in place. So I'm going to do that now. So I have our tape and just gonna wrap it around like that. The next step is to take our hole poker and we're gonna poke 3 holes in the top. So the first one is going to be in the middle, and you just want to kind of fill around a little bit, and you'll notice that you'll fill the hole in the middle. And then once you do that, go ahead and take your hole poker and just press down. It went in, and then we're going to rotate it like this just to open up the hole. Now we have our first hole, and that's where our seeds are going to go. Now we need to create 2 more holes for our refill straws, and kind of fill around the edge, and you'll notice you'll start to fill the straws. And I fill them right here. So now I'm going to go ahead and take our hole poker again. I'm going to make the first hole, and I'm going to rotate it again. Then I'm going to take, here's our second one. Second one is right there. So now I'm going to do the same with that hole. So now we have 3 holes. We have the hole where our seeds are going to go, and then we have the 2 holes for our refill straw. Next, we're going to add our seeds. Now each kit comes with extra seeds just in case you need to restart the bottle. And at this point, we want to take 3 of these seeds and place them in the bottle. So I'm going to open it up. I'm going to pour it on my hand. I've got 3 seeds right there. I'm going to close this and save this for later. I'm going to take, as we can see, our 3 seeds. I'm going to put them in my finger like this. I'm going to take the bottle and place them in the hole. And then the last step is we're going to bring the water level up. So you'll take a squirt bottle, any squirt bottle will do, and I'll show some examples here. So you'll take this, you'll fill it with fresh water, you'll bring it over to the refill straw, and we want to bring the water level right below the root cork. So, right there. And until the plant sends roots into the liquid, we want to keep the water level right below the root cork. So as it drops, go ahead and refill it back up to that level. Now, since we're using a clear bottle, I'm going to cover it to keep algae from growing. So if you're using a clear bottle or a light color bottle, do make sure that you cover it to keep the algae from growing. If you're using a dark color bottle or a blue bottle, it's not necessary. I like to use these wine bottle covers, so then it'll look like this. Now, if you don't have a wine bottle cover like this, a brown paper bag will work just fine. So I want to show you how to do that now. So I have a brown paper lunch bag, and I've drawn on it and to make it look pretty and put the name of the plant and my start date. And I'll show you how that looks right now. So I have it secured in place. And now what you'll do is you'll place this in a sunny windowsill. And if you don't have a sunny windowsill, then you'll want to use a grow light. And that's it. You're done. You've set up your bottle.